If you've spent any amount of time on Twitter, you've definitely seen Gimmick accounts that are dedicated to posting memes or out-of-context clips or something of a specific type. They have a gimmick. These accounts don't really have any sort of personality and are usually owned by gimmick account managers, which own several accounts with total followers, often in the millions. With the huge successes of these accounts, it might surprise you to find that basically every single one breaks Twitter's terms of service. With the countless terminations and banning of so many Twitter accounts which don't deserve it, the constant DMCAing of accounts and overreach of suspensions on Twitter's part, it is insane how so many massive accounts have completely escaped the Twitter ban hammer. So how exactly do gimmick accounts break Twitter terms of service, and do I have the evidence to prove it? Let's get into it, and yes, I do. Looking at Twitter's terms of service, specifically in their platform manipulation and spam policy, multiple of these rules are broken by gimmick accounts. First of all, mutually interacting accounts, operating multiple accounts that interact with one another in order to inflate or manipulate the prominence of specific tweets or accounts, which ties in with engaging retweets, likes, mentions, Twitter poll votes repeatedly with the same tweets or accounts from multiple accounts that you operate. Many gimmick account owners control several gimmick accounts, which all retweet and like one another's tweets. Not only that, but often when they make a new gimmick account, they immediately retweet that account with all their other accounts to give it tons of followers. This is how accounts like this can seemingly spawn immediately with tens of thousands of followers. Let's take this account for example. In the last month alone, it has retweeted other gimmick accounts owned by the same owner so many times. Or this gimmick account, where its first tweet was retweeted by so many other accounts the owner owns. And this is not even including the likes, as a gimmick account owner typically likes all their tweets on all their accounts, apart from personal accounts obviously, with all the other gimmick accounts. So yes, gimmick account owners operate multiple accounts that interact with one another in order to inflate or manipulate the prominence of specific accounts and engage, retweets, likes, repeatedly with the same tweets or accounts from multiple accounts that they operate. That is clear and obvious. They aren't trying to hide it either. Twitter doesn't enforce this rule on them. Now, the third rule they break. Coordinating with or compensating others to engage in artificial engagement or amplification, even if the people involved use only one account. Now, compensating others for retweets makes it not allowed to sell retweets, which is very common for gimmick accounts, but I'll focus on that later. For now, let's look at coordinating with others to engage in artificial engagement or amplification. It is often noticed by many that other gimmick account owners retweet each other's tweets, despite most often the tweets not fitting into their account gimmick. This is due to the account owners posting their tweets in a group chat for others to retweet or coordinating in a private Discord server to amplify engagement. This is a well-known public secret that is impossible to deny because everyone knows it happens. Now, the rule they all break, that they will not stop breaking because it's the only reason they run these accounts in the first place: money. You cannot compensate others to engage in artificial engagement or amplification, even if the people involved use only one account, or sell/purchase, tweet or account metric inflation, selling or purchasing followers or engagements, retweets, likes, mentions, Twitter poll votes. Maybe gimmick account owners don't know this is against the TOS because they advertise that they sell retweets in their Twitter bios. They talk about it in their pinned tweets. Here's a gimmick account owner Trollface Incidents talking about it in a video linked to his pinned tweet.
Yes, I do get paid for retweets. I'm not going to do any OnlyFans no matter the price, so don't hit me up on anything because I'm not doing it. I'm really not going to do it. But, yeah, I make, I'm not going to say how much I make, but anything, but it's decent.
There are gimmick accounts dedicated to cataloging times where gimmick accounts get paid to retweet OnlyFans girls posts. There is an entire meme about gimmick accounts selling retweets to thoughts. It's astounding to me that these accounts openly discuss, brag, and advertise about how they break Twitter terms of service, all the while accounts which didn't break the TOS get suspended for no apparent reason. The last rule that gimmick accounts openly break is account transfers or sales, selling, purchasing, trading, or offering the sale, purchase, or trade of Twitter accounts, usernames, or temporary access to Twitter accounts. A common profit incentive for gimmick accounts is selling off accounts they've inflated the follow count of to companies or ethos or other bidders for money. This is against the TOS, and yet they brag about it on Twitter. Twitter rules don't really give you a way to make money off the site without breaking them, so because people want to make money, they're gonna break the rules. Finally, let's look at the exceptions to these rules and see if gimmick accounts fall into any of these categories. Note that this exception is not about the stuff that I mentioned, like the selling of accounts / retweets and retweet manipulation, but about another rule that Twitter has about making fake accounts. This basically says that you're allowed to run multiple accounts with different purposes as long as no rules are broken. But rules are being broken, so it doesn't come under that exception. Also, this other exception, which specifically applies to coordinating engagement, says it's only okay if it's for the purposes of expressing ideas, viewpoints, support, or opposition towards a cause, which Gimmick accounts are certainly not. And again, this is only true given that no other rules are broken. As other rules are broken, this doesn't apply. I'm just mentioning these exceptions because for some reason, some Gimmick accounts use this to defend themselves, even though they literally mean nothing. It doesn't defend them at all, and has nothing to do with their situation. Look, if Twitter allowed this, I'd be okay with this, but Gimmick accounts are breaking the rules. People get banned for way less stuff of this, and many rules that are in place on Twitter are stupid and restrict things like freedom of speech. The concept, not the law, idiots. However, there are clear reasons for these rules being in place. Twitter is a communication platform, not a site to quickly use whatever means to build up followers to sell retweets or the account itself. It makes things fake. Gimmick accounts are fine, and there are some, very, very few, but some, who don't break rules. There is nothing wrong with posting some memes relating to a gimmick, but when they break platform TOS to make some extra cash, that's where I have a problem. Again, because I really need to clarify this isn't a "look at these people, they're breaking some pointless Twitter rules, ban them" video. This is about Twitter's double standards when it comes to enforcement of their rules. That some accounts that break absolutely no rules get suspended and locked, but other accounts which brag about breaking rules have absolutely no consequences. My problem is not that they break the rules, but that Twitter selectively enforces them. I'm saying it for the third time because I know people are gonna go, "Oh my god, who cares about them breaking rules?" Thanks for watching. If you liked the video and want to see more like it in the future, consider subscribing. See ya.